And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
So out come the Chargers. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Caught left side. Williams. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, he obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard
line. Rivers now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Again, it's Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run on first down. Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And able to find Green. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, 55 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, let go. Touchdown, defense. Go ahead. Check 11. Check 26, check 26. Check. Greystone, travel. 11B. Hey, wahoo! 31's the right. Hey.
Here's Locke. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to...
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 64 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go again. Come. Hey, orbit.
Now it's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Chargers take over first
Ready,
and 10.
right front, 80.
15
Mike, 58,
yard
right there. Q.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Badgley able to punch this one through. So we are at halftime here in the opener. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Sponge. No. 61, matchbox lights.
Watch 36 to Mike.
From the 29, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey.
Cluster.
3 down.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. Open man is Gordon. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rivers on 1st down. Benjamin with it over the middle. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, LA. Travis Benjamin, 61 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Coaching spill. 12. Hey, Foxtrot.
Another try after the first down sack. Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing is Luck. And he finds McLaurin. There he goes left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 390. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 12.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Right there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. Forced out to his left. Henry's got it out on the left side.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flushed to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Rivers throwing to the hands of Gordon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make the...
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Let's go.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. And that's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Anthony Walker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Rivers going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Let's go, Mexico. I'm coming after you.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go, baby.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check out. 540.
Quad.
A shotgun snap for Love. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Wait!
Now Gordon on first down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Luck going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Luck. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Casey Hayward on the recovery.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check ready.
Play action. It's Luck. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Malik Hooker on the coverage.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football.
Yeah.
Who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't